Recording live from Mikey Mogul Publishing Studios. The Music Factory 818 Podcast.
Yo, welcome back.
What's good?
Episode 4, Season 2. My name is Big Lex from Music Factory.
I'm JBZ.
I'm Krly.
And today we have a special guest coming from L.A., paying us a visit at the Mikey Mogul Publishing Studios,
100%.
Mr. Ruckus.
Yes, sir. What's good, everybody?
East L.A., no?
Yeah, East L.A. You know, it's right passing the 6th Street Bridge on downtown.
Oh, the beautiful
you
bridge.
just keep going down 6th Street till you get to Whittier Boulevard. Just keep going down, and you in East L.A.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Came all the way
That's right.
from there to Santa Clarita.
To hang out with the camp.
Yes, sir. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Six Flags out here.
Yep.
Hey, low-key, they be shutting down some of the Six Flags. Hopefully they don't shut down ours, man.
Word is we were, but hey, they in their bag, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, they in their bag.
They make
ain't
too much
going nowhere.
money. They make too much money
man.
over there.
We can't lose that, bro. We
Oh,
losing
hell
too
no,
many
that's
things.
all we got.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
they
we
be
got.
cashing out on those season passes, bro. I gotta renew mine type shit.
I think mine's still working since the COVID time because, you know, they gave out free passes if you didn't
for real?
during COVID, yeah. My dad, I might give him too much information.
What do those season passes go for these days?
I couldn't even tell you, man.
Probably like $30-$40 a month.
Shit, cheaper than
Don't get
Disneyland.
the Disneyland one.
So they charge you by the month. They don't charge you like a flat rate.
They can for a flat rate. They probably do charge you, but it's probably cheaper to do monthly.
I ain't even you can do
right.
monthly. They put it on payments for you.
Yeah,
They
they got
really
Subscription, the
Hey,
Magic
they-
Mountain and shit, bro.
they really scraping the play. We said we're gonna put you on a payment plan.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly, bro.
I don't have it today, but I'll have it next month.
For real.
So I guess you'll come next month then. I guess you can write these roller coasters
exactly,
next
you know?
month. You can't have no funnel cake for 30 days, my boy. Get it together.
Damn.
Hey, man.
I
Get it
go for
together.
the,
I know the
what
funnel
else?
cake be smacking.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, since you say you're from the East Los, and I heard from you because of Mr. Pump.
Sir. Shout out Pump Gato.
Pump Gato, they got a song
From
together.
Southgate, yes, sir.
And I did the record on that, and when I heard you, I was like, man, that's why I hit you up. Like, yo, I got some beats. You know what I mean? You know, the team got beats. You know, sent you some stuff. And, man, we're really excited that you worked with us and you chose to, us especially, and then came out here and supported the movement as well. But the first question we always ask everybody, what got you into rapping?
Yeah, man. So, just to summarize a long story, I would definitely say I've always been a writer. I've always been somebody that had the ability to creatively jot down my ideas, whether
Okay.
it was short stories, whether it was poems, and I also just love reading too. And whether it was reading lyrics, whether it was reading books, reading comics,
Yeah,
all type of stuff, just
I'm a big
would
comic
really,
guy.
yeah, same here, man. Trust me. Really inspired me to kind of get on that path of, okay, I want to do something in the creative space, but I wasn't really sure what.
Right.
And it wasn't until my high school years where I got together with a certain group of friends
Yeah.
and we all just freestyle, during lunch, during our, in between classes and whatnot. And
Nice,
really got
nice.
me comfortable into writing. And I actually did take a creative writing class in high school that really pushed my passion even further and let me
Nice.
know, like, hey, this is something I could do. This is something I could pursue.
Yeah.
On top of just my love for hip hop already.
Yeah.
And, really listening to a lot of guys, Nas, Wu-Tang, Tupac, Snoop, all the classic guys, but also just people that were coming up during that era as well. Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar, Joey
Yeah.
Badass, Mac Miller,
Yeah.
Currency, all of those guys.
Well, that's dope that you actually have like a 90s influence.
Yeah.
That's because a lot of people, especially in, like I say, maybe in your age bracket, don't really go back that far.
Yeah.
They
And-
go, like you said, Kendrick. Like your era was like the Kendrick era and stuff like that. No, well, the Kendrick era is still now, but like the earlier stages of Kendrick. But the 90s influence, it does to me, I think if artists go far that back, it definitely helps a lot with the writing process.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the depth of the 90s and the lyricism and stuff like that, like that's a lot of, I think a lot of
Yeah, that's
new
real
artists
homework.
miss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you feel you pulled your style from the 90s more than anything?
I would say going into it as a young man, as a teenager, actually, when I was first writing as a 16, 17-year-old, a lot of it was derived from the 90s and from the golden age of hip hop, mainly because that's what I grew up listening to.
Nice.
On top of, 2000s rap as well, like DMX, Jay-Z,
Yes.
even guys like The Game,
Yes.
50 Cent, guys that came up during that era, the quote unquote bling era.
Yeah.
There was a lot of diamonds in the rough, and I felt like in my particular generation that I could be that diamond in the rough as well.
Nice.
Instead
That's
of
right.
kind of following the trends. Like, don't get me wrong, I was listening to the turn up shit as well, and what was quote unquote popular, which is everywhere. Black Eyed Peas, all that stuff. You couldn't really get away from it at that time, but
Yeah, they definitely had a chokehold.
yeah, 100%. And
Is this before or after Fergie, right? It's with Fergie.
yeah. This is like 2011.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
say
Oh, yeah.
This is like
BEP was everywhere.
yeah, when my love for writing and just I guess what was gonna influence me at that time was really shaping me. So
Nice.
the fact that a lot of it was from the 90s was just a testament to the music that my pops was putting me onto,
Okay.
the music that people that I respected and I was listening to. It's just, it all comes full circle.
So you said your pop. So what did did he show you the 90s music, or what else did he show you?
Yeah, I mean, the best way I could describe it was every day when he would drive me to school, he was bumping something. He was bumping like Too Short.
Ooh.
He was bumping some,
With 215 woofers in the back.
yeah, some Outkast, some
yeah.
Mobb Deep, just.
You were getting dripped off bumping.
Yeah, exactly. And I was asking him a lot of questions, like who's Biggie, who's Tupac,
Yeah.
Eventually learning what happened to both of them as a result of their beef. And I think it just really fascinated me, and it opened my eyes, and it made me want to do my homework.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's good, man. That's really, really
Speaking
good.
of that, what's your writing process like?
So that's a good question, because I feel like it has changed a little bit over the years. I felt like coming up, it was a little harder to I guess really get my ideas down, not because I wasn't able to, but because I was overthinking it.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I spent more time writing than maybe I should have on a certain song, but I feel like as I got more comfortable, as my confidence grew, it really became just hey, I'm gonna rap about some shit that I did today. If I
That's
ate,
right.
if I went to a nice restaurant and ate a really good, lobster mac and cheese or something, I'm gonna rap about that. If I
Bubba's.
yeah, if I went on a cruise up PCH through Pacific Palisades and whatnot, I'm gonna rap about that too. I think
That's
it's
right.
just when you pull from your lifestyle, when you try to make your life as lit and as dope as possible, you're always gonna have something to talk about.
Facts.
Me personally, I feel like I've overcame the whole writer's block thing, because if I ever feel like I'm stuck, or if I feel like I'm in a rut, that's just a result of the external things, and that's something that I gotta change.
Just go outside.
Yeah, I gotta go outside. I gotta touch some
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they all say.
So you got the recipe to fix it.
Basically, I feel like I figured it out, and that wasn't easy. That wasn't something that I just overnight. It was all right, boom, I'm comfortable now. It took a lot of trial and error for me to get to that point. And even in those moments of nah, I don't know, this and that, ultimately what came out of it is hey, you're just a caterpillar in a cocoon. You're still in that cocoon. Eventually you're gonna grow your wings. And I always kept that in mind, and that's what kept me going.
100%.
I think we all grow out of it.
Yep.
We all figure it
Yeah.
out at some point.
Yeah.
It's over there still figuring it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
Never
not even
stops.
at my full potential. I'm really just
Still growing.
Still growing, still advancing,
And that's
yeah.
I think that's what's about this business or the rapping or the music and stuff. It's never ending. Things definitely evolve. As a producer, as photographers, as videographers, as even management and all that is just things change.
Yeah.
And you got to adapt, and then you put your spin to it. And so talking about that, like what do you how do you describe like your style of rapping?
So
Because I do see it's like a
Yeah.
little, it's flashy. You do speak, you know.
Yeah.
You got some stuff going on, and you throw some smoke in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I know we definitely know that you get inspiration by outside, but like what do you describe yourself like as a rapper? Like if they said, hey, you know what style?
I would definitely say just a lyricist at heart, like a fan of music at heart. Because I think when people talk about lyricism, a lot of people just only refer to hip hop, which
Yeah.
is understandable. But I feel like throughout music and throughout history, there's a lot of like just really dope, beautiful songs written outside of the hip hop genre
Yes.
that inspires hip hop songs. And when I'm pulling from those, you know, I could always sit here and be like, hey, it don't matter if I'm rapping over some chill, flashy beat. It don't matter if I'm rapping over some, you know, just some hard, like, you know, super bass heavy stuff. I feel that as long as my lyricism and my pen game is on point, I'm always going to consider myself a lyricist, but somebody that doesn't have to, like, you know, pull words out of the dictionary either. Like I could just
Message.
yeah, I could really just like, you know, just talk about things that I did earlier
Yeah.
that day, and then, you know, pull from that, and, you know, it really just comes to me as naturally as possible. So that's the best I could describe that
Yeah,
style.
and from what the stuff that I've heard is from the music is you're not afraid to touch
Yeah.
different types of instrumentals.
Ruckus, let me ask you something. How does that affect when you approach a different track? Something, for example, if you want to make a party track, you know what I'm saying, and not lose the lyrics behind it. I mean, how do you approach
Yeah.
something like that?
So I think the best way I could put it is what type of party would I want to go to? You know, what type of party would I want to find myself in to where I feel comfortable enough to like really get out of my shell. I'm naturally an introvert, and I think over time, especially being in those spaces, being in those environments, I listen to what's playing. I listen to what's hot, like what people are like looking for, you know, in spaces that I'm comfortable in. And a lot of that just happens to be like, hey, let's set a vibe. You know, let's set a mood, let's set a tone. It doesn't necessarily gotta be, you know, I'm gonna spit the hottest 16 of all time, but it's definitely gotta like resonate with people. I feel like as long as you're resonating and that beat slaps, because the beat, you know, no question about it, it's gotta be funky. It's just gotta be a banger. It's gotta be something along those lines. You know, I could pull from like Pharrell, DJ Quick. I could pull from like modern day Kendrick, what he was doing with GNX. You know, a lot of party tracks came out of that. So I always feel like, you know, party tracks eventually gonna come out of what I'm doing as well.
Is that something that we can probably see from you coming?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%. And I think it's always gonna, you know, be a little different each time. You know, I don't want to like beat a dead horse either, but it's definitely for me about, all right, am I feeling like a lounge party vibe? Am I feeling like a function party vibe? You know, what am I feeling? And whatever that is always going to keep on coming.
And I think there's going to be a lane for any one of those.
Yeah.
Most
100%,
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything has to be, you know, about the club or anything, but so
Oh,
I
yeah,
think there's
yeah.
an absolute lane for all of it.
Yeah.
Especially these days.
It's diverse, you know. It's, you know, I feel like the club nowadays is like, I mean, there's still a lane and there's still a lot of people that enjoy it and they make money off of that, but it's no longer like the tastemaker that it once was in the past, and it's not like the standard that you have to meet to be like, all right, your shit's hot. It's not, you know, we're gonna leave it in the underground, unsigned bin, whatever. I feel like a lot of music could flourish, and you'll be surprised what I've heard even in like clubs and stuff like that. You know, I've heard songs where I'm like, hey, I would have never expected in a million years they play like, I don't know, I can't even think off the top of my head. It's just,
But
you
just
know,
it being played in the club is just like, damn, that's
exactly.
crazy. And the people, how the way people react to it.
exactly.
as well.
And you know, it's just for me, if my shit does or doesn't, you know, it's not it wouldn't really be like a factor in like how I look at my audience.
Yeah.
But if it is, then it lets me know I'm at least doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep them feet tapping.
Yeah. 100%.
Them people
you know?
nodding their head, especially because in the club you have people dancing, but even with hip hop, you do one of these,
Yep.
and that's it. You got them.
Yep. It's slapping.
1000%.
When it comes to your preference of tracks, do you have a preference that you kind of tend to lean towards, or is just something how you might be feeling and how that track is landing that day?
Yeah, I would say the latter, mainly because, I mean, if you just go through my Apple Music, like I got so many songs on my library. I lost count, but it's definitely like near the 5,000s. So we're looking at like a bunch of playlists that I got to make just to keep them organized. So I'm always going through different playlists depending on how I'm feeling, and like it could be some 80s disco, it could be some 60s oldies.
I see you be posting that, like what you got going on. This is what I'm listening to today on your Instagram.
Yeah, and just I love putting people on.
That's
to
right.
me, it don't got to be my shit. You could just be around me and like, hey, you never listen to Teddy Pendergrass, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh man, they don't know. They don't know.
Teddy.
Who don't know about Teddy?
Teddy.
Somebody got on Life.
Yeah, like
The original panty dropper back in the day, bro.
Yep.
Oops. That-
Yeah.
They didn't know what's going on. They didn't know what's going on.
and that's what the era was. It was a lot of like real vulnerable like lover music.
Yeah.
It was
Real love songs.
You was actually like trying to find a wife or a girlfriend through your music.
That's crazy to say.
It wasn't really
That's
like
what it was, bro.
I know.
I'm gonna just fuck all these bitches. Maybe some of them were like that.
Yeah.
But in the music, at least they were very like,
It
very
was love driven.
sentimental.
It was
Sentimental.
love driven, yeah.
That's what it was. And
Come here, baby.
That was the formula.
And now it's completely different. Huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot of toxic,
Shit.
love songs, R&B out here, man.
So it looks like you got a pretty like large range of music. Is there anything that people would be surprised that you listen to that would be like, well, you listen to this?
That's a good question. So I would have to say, like, we can go on two ends of the spectrum. So I'll give you one example. Sabrina Carpenter be slapping. I'm not gonna lie. Like she
okay.
has a
Respect
good
that.
she has a good ear for production, and her voice is very like squeaky clean, but in a good way, like to where it's like buttery smooth. So it's
100%.
very catchy to me, and it reminds me a lot of like, like the early 2000s, like pop music that was coming out at that time. And you go on the other end of the spectrum, it'll be like Metallica or like System of a Down.
Oh yeah.
Can't
stuff
go wrong with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
stuff-
Metallica.
Yeah, stuff like that. where
If
it's
you don't know
like-
about that, you're missing out too.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
You're missing
Shout out
out.
to System. They're from the 182.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Glendale.
Yeah.
Probably went to
Exactly.
Hoover.
Yeah,
Probably went to
100%.
Hoover, Glendale High School.
Yeah, Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine too.
Oh,
that's
that's my
that,
favorite
that
right
was
there.
another one I wanted to mention. Like,
Yeah.
I caught on to them late.
Oh, damn.
I caught on to them late. Yeah. They
Yeah.
already been around, and I was just like, what? How
Yeah.
did that happen?
that first
they
album
working
was a
hard
classic.
Still, they
Yeah.
still touring to this day. Like,
Yeah.
And that's why I
they
think
gonna
Give
make
Up.
it- they
Well,
gonna
I
make
just
it
think
over there.
that music is just
Oh, yeah, it's revolutionary,
it's,
bro.
but
Right.
it's not like dated. I think I
Yeah.
think
I think it's
you can
still.
play on right now, and it bangs right now.
It dated
Still.
well.
And that's a conversation in itself. Like they
Yeah.
say, like all these rock bands that they still tour and they still do
Yeah.
that. Why can't hip hop do the same thing?
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like. It's
You know
like
what I
it's
mean?
like
I
there's
think
an age
there's
limit.
too much beef between everybody. You know,
Yeah,
they
it's
probably
too
don't
much
wanna
ego.
do-
Too
OGs
much
getting
ego.
mad at
Politics, too.
You're getting paid how
YNs.
much? I need to get paid that much. You know,
Yeah.
just come on now.
Yeah, it's like, just certain, I guess certain genres got different standards for sure, and like
Yeah.
it really comes down to, I mean, if you're not in like dire health, if you're not like sick or just unable to rap, completely washed, I feel like there's always a lane for you,
Oh, of course.
and there's always a way for you to make some money, even in your
Yeah.
older age. Because I
Yeah.
mean, look at Clips drop
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like the best, if not one of the best albums of the year. And
Yeah.
they in their 40s, like both of them, they
Well, Malice is 50.
Yeah, like they are
Oh.
they like my dad's age, bro.
Damn.
Deadass. And I think it's just really impressive that like these guys are like wrapping circles around.
I think
people
that's
that
what
are my age.
that's what the people were like yearning for. They
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
something because everything is kind of microwave right now. You know
I
what
just
I mean?
think those guys like they never really stop working.
Never.
I just think
Nah,
they
never.
don't. They make,
Yeah.
I mean, we might not hear about everything they do, but I just think a lot of those artists that maybe that haven't dropped anything lately, I think they're still going there.
They're still working their
Yeah.
craft,
200,
bro. They
300,
still-
500 songs in the
Yeah.
vault and just
It's consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Consistency.
it's just like somebody, a professional basketball player has been playing this so long. You might not be in the NBA, but you're playing this little league here, you're playing a league
Yeah.
there.
You
you
get
know what I'm
adult
saying?
league and whatnot.
You know what I'm
Start.
saying? At the 24-hour fitness or whatever, you're still
Exactly.
running games. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like you don't,
Yeah.
that's just sitting down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and some people like make fun of you for that. They'll roast you and be like, "Oh, look at this 30-year-old, 40-year-old dude playing basketball." I'm like, "Why can't he play basketball?"
Watch
And-
this.
and he's
yamming
on people.
It's like, you wouldn't say that to like LeBron, playing basketball at 40, and obviously that's LeBron, but it's like, there's a lane for people that are just great at what they do and like are really passionate about it.
Yeah.
To where you don't gotta overthink it. It's not about, oh, should I? What are they gonna think about it? Oh, are they gonna call me broke or a clout chaser or whatever? Nah,
They're just doing what they love.
doing what you love. Like if you don't want to retire, you don't gotta retire. It's just the way it is. Like you gotta let artists cook. You gotta let them do what they do, and if they crash and burn.
And also, sometimes it's
Yep.
it's like they do it so much that it becomes it's a daily thing. I got to go out, I got to write something. Sit down an hour, write, go out, listen to music and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's just part of their life at this point. You know what I mean? But we're gonna take our first break.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
The following was brought to you by Flowers by Bree. For all your floral arrangements, Flowers by Bree. The following was brought to you by Legacy Solar Power. For your solar panel needs, get in contact with Brian Ta. That's Legacy Solar Power. The following was brought to you by Mississippi Georgia Fried, home of that delicious soul food.
Welcome
What
back.
up, what
Welcome
up?
back from this break. Quick question, Ruckus.
Yes, sir.
The track, right? Let's talk about the track. Let's get deep. Pause into the track.
Excellent
Why that
sample, by
beat?
the way. Excellent sample on that.
Why that beat from the pack that was sent?
So, I think of all the beats that were sent, I really resonated with that one the most, and it felt like something that was not unfamiliar to me, but something that I missed. That feeling of like, let's do some boom bap, let's do some,
Yes.
some East Coast rap, let's do something for that side of things, and I feel like, to an extent, I definitely like spotlight and I show love to like, the East Coast and, in multiple tracks. But this was like the first song where I really said, you know what, let me like, pay homage. And
Right.
of all the beats that were sent, that's what really matched that vibe the most. And especially around the time that I had wrote that song, it just came at the perfect time. It was, right place, right time, right beat. And, I'm just glad that I was able to do something with it and get my hands on
Yeah.
it.
Because when we sent the pack, I knew that I was like, hopefully he picked. I was like this. Hopefully he picks that one.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And then when you told me, I was like,
Yeah.
that's the one I
Yeah.
actually hit pictured.
And I'm really glad that we were able to like, do that beat switch up in the middle too. 'cause
Yeah,
I feel like
that was your idea. Like, yo,
that-
can
yeah.
you switch up the beat? And I was just like,
it was a game changer.
yeah.
you know? And I think to me that's what it was like, the bridge, from the old Ruckus, the early days of Ruckus to the current days of Ruckus of like,
I like
hey,
that. Yeah.
I could do the same thing that I was doing in terms of lyricism, but over like modern beats, a lot of different type of beats, and
Yeah.
that just gave me all the opportunity in the world to shine and like really flex my pen, bro. more
Yeah.
than anything.
And then hence the name of it. You
Yeah.
know, why the name?
So 7 a.m. in Queens is the name, and 7 p.m. in Queens. So reason I called it that, I was actually in New York with a good friend of mine. Shout out to George. So we were in New York, specifically in Jackson Heights, Queens,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 7 p.m. It was about to hit 7 p.m. and the sun was already about to go down. It was cold as hell, and we were in the middle of like a very busy area. And I told him, you know what? Let's just turn on the camera, just get a few takes of me, rapping some things that I wrote on the plane. I literally wrote that on the plane on my way to New York
Okay.
because I
Right.
knew I wanted to do something along those lines. So once the opportunity showed itself, I just went for it, and that actually turned out to be one of my most successful pieces of content to this day, and I'm really proud of it. And I knew that I had to translate that into like a fully fleshed out song.
Okay.
Something that actually paid homage to the moment and
Yeah.
the area. Because, I didn't just go anywhere. I didn't just go to like fucking, some like middle of nowhere city. Like, it's New York. It's the Mecca. It's like the birthplace of hip hop. And that was really important to me to,
Nice.
showcase that.
So was that without the beat, or that was with the beat?
So the original beat that I rapped over was actually, it was Out of Control remix by Mobb Deep and 50
Oh,
Cent.
okay.
Yeah, which they're all from Queens as well.
Yeah.
So I picked that beat specifically, and that beat just happened to be a similar BPM to the same beat that you had sent me. So I was like, you know what? It just makes sense because I felt way more comfortable doing it over a beat that was not only original but from somebody that I knew personally and I already worked with. And I just thought it made perfect sense, and
Yeah.
it was a match made in heaven from there.
It sounds great. Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I'm glad.
It came out really hot.
Thank you.
Yeah. As soon as you sent it, I shared it with the team, and everybody was just like, it only made sense.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I could tell that y'all rocking with it too, like genuinely, because when I got here, when I first pulled up here to Santa Clarita, like y'all were very welcoming. Y'all were very like, just giving me all the confidence in the world and just letting me know like, hey, like we got you. Like we're gonna, do this and we're gonna lock in and we're gonna like push this and make this shit happen as much as possible.
And that's actually the next question that we're gonna ask is, how do you feel like working with us?
I mean,
Because a lot, you said some things that we've heard like multiple times already so far. Like, damn, you guys are like so efficient, like doing things, and
y'all are a well-oiled machine. Pause.
Pause.
Big pause.
Ah,
So I would say from like just the way that y'all get along and the way that like the camaraderie, just the fact that y'all know each other since like basically like high school and like years, going back years basically. It's actually not common to see that, especially in friend groups. And when you add creative stuff in the mix, I feel like it's really important to like understand like what makes you guys homies and like what makes y'all cool in the first place. And ultimately, like when I got that energy and when I got that vibe from y'all, it made me very comfortable. Because one thing about me is like I'm pretty good at like opening up and like expressing myself, but if it's if the vibes are off, if I could tell it's the wrong crowd, then I'm not gonna fake it. I don't gotta fake it around nobody, and especially around y'all. Like it's genuine for sure.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Well, it
Appreciate
means a
that.
lot to us, to make sure that you as the artist that comes in here, you have a good time, enjoy it, because I think the product that comes out is just that much better.
100%.
So it's like it's very important to everybody here. And like all of it's all genuine. We all get along. We all known each other for a long time. But I think it's what brought us together is just the love of the music.
Yeah.
And to see somebody come in and create something and add to what we put together, it's kind of that's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, like who would have known just me writing a song on a plane turned into us getting together and doing a podcast, doing a music video, me coming all the way out here to fuck with y'all. Like, that's what music does. It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Like it can move. It could literally be on some Moses shit and part the Red Sea, bro. Like that's how
Yeah.
powerful music is.
Yeah, and hopefully we got a couple more tracks out of you. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just keep sending me that heat. 100%.
And then we, like I said, the part of the team, like most of us do production here, so you definitely would have
Yeah.
a pot
plethora.
full of things that you can
Yeah.
pull out and
Yeah.
play, and different vibes. And that's why I liked about your answer, about that, how you're not afraid to touch certain genres and whatnot, because we can do it all. As we had a conversation on outside, is that we're a one stop shop pretty
Yeah,
much. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Whatever you like, hey, do that, we'll get to it. You know what I mean? That's definitely our vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that certain people are like, oh, you guys have a specific sound or whatnot. Like, man, we do everything.
Yes.
You want to get it done?
Yeah.
Come to this store right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know, like what I enjoyed about the track you did is just like it just added to what we had there, and it's hard sometimes to find an artist that brings their whatever they have to offer to the track as opposed to just being on there. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I think especially nowadays, with every track that I record, there's definitely plenty of artists that will go to the studio and just record like 10 or 20 songs and only use like one or two of them. And that's fine, because at the end of the day, it works for them. I'm definitely somebody that like really puts a lot of care and a lot of like thought into every track that I record. And if for whatever reason it's not up to par, then I'm going to do what I can to like either just get it to where it needs to be, or just, kind of shift the idea. Either way, it's about adapting. And I think it's about like if you love something, like, and if you really care about it, you're going to put your all into it.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds cliche, but it's like, hey,
No, it's true.
when it comes to songs specifically, each one is like a movie. Basically, it's like a Jordan Peele piece, like a Tarantino piece. Like
Scorsese.
this song is my Pulp Fiction, and this song is like my Reservoir Dogs. Like, that's how I look at it.
All right. So, do you have a favorite movie that you've done?
A movie that I've done.
I'm saying a favorite track.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I would have to say, I mean, it really depends on the genre too. So if we're talking about like just real gritty storytelling and something that came out of like a real life situation, it would have to be a song of mine called The Goonies. So
Okay.
obviously named after a real movie, but also, literally just talking about me and my friends getting into like shenanigans, getting into like, whether it's us going to the strip club for the first time, getting pulled over that same night for smoking weed, literally smoking and driving, getting into it with a crackhead, like a super crazy crackhead.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild.
It was all one night.
It was all in one night.
It's a movie.
That's a movie.
It literally.
It had to be a song. Too much happened that night for it not to become a song.
Literally. And like, and I made sure that in the hook, I like let people know that like, hey, I'm not being peer pressured. This is not like me going through the motions. Like, this is something that I really wanted to do and wanted to experience, and like just get out the house and like really like, live my life as like a 19-year-old, which I was at the time. And like, that to me is like very meaningful. So I would say The Goonies, bro, for sure. And then shout out to the real Goonies as well, because that's a classic.
That's a classic
I heard they're working on another one, a new one.
I haven't heard of that.
A new
I-
Goonies.
I haven't
They're
heard
doing
of
a
it.
lot of sequels to a lot of movies.
I mean,
Or remakes.
But I think
and
they
shit.
mostly suck though, right?
I
a
feel
lot
like
of times.
I feel like if it's a reboot where it kind of continues on the story, at least it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It has some potential. But if it's just a straight up remake, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Beetlejuice killed it for me.
Yeah.
That shit was
I didn't go
trash.
see it. I didn't go see it. I was like, you know
Man,
what?
I was
mad.
so upset.
that was all over the
pass.
place.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all
didn't
over.
Yeah,
like
I
that
think once
shit.
it comes out, I think I'm gonna skip on that too until I hear something really good about it.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
check it out.
Exactly.
I don't have much faith in it when they do these.
I mean, you know how it is. You know how the industry is, man. They just
Especially right now.
they pumping out those remakes.
They
Like,
see one pop off and they're like, yo, we could bring that one back, bring that one
they
back.
just did a they just did a I Know What You Did Last Summer remake. That was
Supposedly it's a continuation supposedly.
But how many is that? Like 10 already?
I don't
shit,
even know,
like,
but
fucking-
What summer was that too?
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
well, one thing I could tell you is nobody could tell them what they did last summer because they not even gonna remember.
Yeah.
Like
and they're
it was,
bringing back Scary Movie too. I think
Really?
so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till Sharknado. The new Sharknado comes out.
Is that a fact?
I feel like
I don't know. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to speak
Yeah,
it
the
into
new scary
existence.
movie might have some potential though.
Oh, yeah, they working on that.
Because the Wayans, they're they're genius.
Oh yeah.
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
they-
Oh yeah. They took over. They're bringing it back.
bringing it
The
back.
Wayans-
Are they really?
Wayans- Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Wayans movie now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're working on
Because
it as
the
we
last
speak.
ones weren't.
Yeah,
because it wasn't through their company and
It was
shit.
just
They just
like
took
the
their
studio.
idea. Yeah.
You know.
And I think he spoke about that because then when they weren't doing that anymore, that's when he did Haunted House. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
It
then
was
that
kinda
did
like a
way
fuck you,
better
like,
than
we're gonna
whatever
do
they were
They were
doing.
dropping. Yep.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we're missing the juice.
Yeah.
We're missing the sauce over
Yeah.
there.
That's what it's.
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They try to remake it, but they can't make it, man,
Yeah,
because
they-
we got the
You can't-
sauce.
Yes.
You can steal the recipe, but you can't replicate the sauce.
Yes,
That's really what it comes down to.
I can imagine what it'd be like.
Just
to have
salt and
like
pepper. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Would it be
Season
like
that motherfucker.
Be like at a holiday at their house,
Do
at the
it with
Wayne's house.
love.
Yeah. Do it with love.
Be like at a Thanksgiving at a Wayne's house. What's that like? I mean, is it like nonstop? You know,
Oh
just.
yeah.
It's
Collard
dope.
greens,
Just
It's
all
dope.
night.
cheese.
I just think they're just probably making fun of each
They
other
roast
the
that
whole time.
turkey.
They
is
literally
moist.
do. They roast each other, bro.
Pause.
Yes.
That's probably all they're doing. I just want to be there and just watch.
Yeah, exactly. And if John Witherspoon was still around, I would love
Oh,
to see him.
yeah.
I would
The
love to
greats.
see him with them as well. You know,
Yeah.
like some real Wayans Brothers vibes.
Yeah. They say they had a fight to get him on that show.
Yeah. They didn't want to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to
And
hire
can
him.
you see
as a
anybody
dad.
else playing that?
No,
I forgot
Nah,
who they
couldn't
said
see
that was
nobody else
supposed they
playing
wanted to
that.
play,
Nah,
but
nah.
they fought for him. Yeah.
not granddad, not pops.
Not Pops,
Nah,
nah.
they can't do that. You know, it's like whatever role he gets, like he's
just
dominated.
does it.
Oh, yeah.
he does.
He's like the Shaq of actors. Like he just
Yep.
takes up so much space in a good way.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
no,
crazy.
no.
But he's playing like the same character, the same person.
Yeah.
And it just works.
It just works.
Because
If it ain't broke,
And we couldn't get enough of it.
nah.
We couldn't get enough of it. I guess that's
Yeah,
why
boy.
when he had the Boondocks too.
Yeah, like I feel like you don't even gotta give him a script. You just tell him what's going on in the story, and he'll
Yeah.
just go off of that.
Yeah.
You know, like
There's a lot of actors like that that are really good at improv, just on the spot.
yeah,
Just
and he's one of the best at it for sure.
But it was almost like he never missed though.
nah.
Like everything that came out, every move.
But mind you, he came from that genre of who the damn I can't forget his name. The best comedian, one of the best comedians out there.
Oh, like back in like the
Yeah,
day
back in the
days?
days.
Like with the Richard Pryors and all
There you
them?
go.
Yeah.
He came from that class.
Because
Yeah.
I
You know
did
what I mean?
I actually saw him on an episode of Good
Sorry,
Times.
Richard.
Really?
I saw him on an episode. So he been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
John
He
Witherspoon.
kept all his clothes from that
Oh,
era.
yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
He
old
kept all-
polyester suits and shit.
Like,
bro.
where do you get that if you wanted a suit like that right now?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I've been out.
When I'm in the kitchen.
I've been to the alleys.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of
Exactly.
them. You know.
And I ain't gonna lie, that suit he wore in Soul Plane, that shit was tough.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You look like a pimp named Slickback.
Yeah, that was the idea. I think that was the idea behind
Yeah,
that.
he-
The
he
blind
ran
pimp.
it now, man.
Exactly. That was wild. I loved it.
That was hilarious.
But when now let's get back to the music. When it comes to writing, are you like a notepad writer? Are you in the phone writer?
I used to be a notepad guy. I feel like it's cool to get back into it for
Yeah.
sure. You know, every now and then I just like to, write stuff down. But I feel like with my lifestyle currently, because I am working a lot,
Yeah.
I'm always on the go. And when I'm always on the go, I think the phone and the notepad is the most realistic. Like, all right, I could just get my ideas down real quick,
Yeah.
right then and there. So, yeah, I'm actually able to like really be organized. I'm such a like a OCD person when it comes to like having all my stuff labeled and alphabetical order, all of that stuff. I feel like that at least helps me with that aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I don't gotta be like
The business side would always be clear.
yeah,
and
I
stuff,
don't gotta
yeah.
be searching through a bunch of papers, even
Yeah.
though I still got all my old notepads.
that's
You-
right.
And to all the artists out there, definitely keep your notepads.
Yeah.
Even if
you
it's
never know.
even if it's whack, even if you think, oh, I'm never gonna use it, just keep it. It's a time capsule.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you would love to collab with somebody, who would it be?
Damn.
Your biggest collab.
It's a lot. It's a lot of artists, man, and I think, I mean, I could give you an artist, I could give you a producer.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you're the first one to do this. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because I've actually asked this question to some of my artist homies as well.
Yeah.
So I'll say producer, Alchemist.
Oh yeah. Right now,
Alchemist is like
he's killing it
he's
right
killing
now.
this. He's
right.
killing it.
You know what's crazy is because I've known everybody that knows about Alchemist. He's been doing it for such a long time that when we
Yeah.
were in high school, he was dropping shit.
Exactly. You know,
And
he
now
was-
everybody's like,
I think he was
Alchemist.
like a teenager in a rap group. Like
Yeah.
I
He was
forgot
a part of the
name it.
Hooligans.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was a two group team, and they're actually from L.A.
Oh yeah.
And then
I
they
know-
went to
I
New
know-
York, and they blew up.
I
and
think
stuff.
the Alchemist from like Beverly Hills, bro.
They might it's
That's
like
what I
Santa
heard.
Monica,
Damn.
and I
Santa
think
Monica, Beverly Hills area, like West L.A. area.
Yeah.
That's, I never, like, I found that out recently. It kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because he's like very like he gives a lot of New York energy for sure.
Well, he was around
He
the.
spent a lot of
time up there.
up there.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know,
I mean, his what I say his mentors, like you talking about like, Prodigy, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
Havoc with the production.
R&B Prodigy, by the way.
Yeah, R&B Prodigy.
How about
right?
Premiere? Was Premiere one of them as well?
Yeah, he was around Premiere. He met
Yeah.
Premiere at a young age too. So like, and then when you're around that, come on, man.
Yeah,
It's hard not to soak it
Yeah,
up.
exactly. It's really hard.
It's very like it's contagious, and I feel like the man has such a brilliant ear for samples, and like it's not even about like the fact that he's sampling. It's the fact that he's finding the most. You would never even.
Yeah.
You can't
Brazilian.
even. You can't even find it on Spotify
No.
or Apple Music samples.
No.
Dude went to like a random record store in like Utah or something, and like just digged up some shit and like created the best beat of all time. I feel like that to me is like, dude, I could send you anything and like you be able to work with that and
even to know, because I've seen the videos of him producing and the vinyl collection that he has, and to know where things are, like I'm gonna get the kick from there, snare from there, the loop from here, and man, these things, he's a genius to me.
Yeah.
I have so many producers. Like me as a producer, I look up to so many producers, and he in his genre, in his lane, he definitely takes the cake for me.
And he can rap too.
And he can rap too.
And he has he raps over his own beats. Like that's gangster.
Yep.
That is
Craziness.
Exactly.
Now, the reverse of that question is, who wouldn't you collab with?
Damn. So, I guess it's not. I wouldn't say it's a hot take.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty. I mean, at this point, it's pretty. It's pretty easy to say Kanye, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I didn't expect that.
I could sit here and be like, look, Kanye, great music.
Yeah.
Legend. Like, regardless of whatever he said recently, he is gonna go down as like a legend and very influential in music.
Yeah.
But I'm also a very big character person, and it's not really about like, oh, I'm gonna be messy and I'm gonna spill the tea on this person or I'm gonna dig up dirt on that person.
Yeah.
I feel like if a lot of stuff that you say is on wax and is public, if you literally got a song called Hell Hitler, I'm looking at you like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't know. That might make. I mean, not only will people look at me crazy, but I'm gonna look at myself crazy. Like, nah, like
They're gonna think you're on his team.
yeah,
for sure.
and I ain't co-signing it, bro. Like that's what it is. Like some people could be like, oh, I'm just doing it for the money, or I'm just doing it to get paid. It's the business. But I'm like, I mean, there's business, and then there's like
Bad
just-
business.
Just standing on business.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a person that would want to stand on business first more than anything. So if I look at you and I'm like, I can't rock with you, bro, then we just not gonna get in the studio.
That's
It is
right.
what
And
it is,
And then talking like going back a little bit about Alchemist is that look how long it took out. Not how long, because Alchemist has always been dope, but
Yeah.
to get his recognition, you do it the right way. You're talking about character, working with people with character. You hang around the right people. You say you're a vibe person. You vibe off of people. You keep doing what's real and true to yourself, and it eventually will. You know what I mean? That's what I'm a true
Absolutely.
believer in that. I'm a true believer in that.
Yeah, same here. Like you can't fake the funk. You can't fake the vibes with nobody. I mean, there's people that are very good at that. I've met a lot of those people in my personal life, but to me, I just wear my heart on my sleeve, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
And I know I put myself in a vulnerable spot sometimes, but I'd rather be genuine than like, nah, I'm just gonna put up a wall and, you know, be this fake person just to protect myself, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, guys. On that note, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
100%.
The following was brought to you by Ants Backyard Barbecue. You want barbecue that smacks? Come on down to Ants Backyard Barbecue. But don't take my word for it. Tap in. What's goody, gang gang? What's cracking, my guy? You trying to catch a fade? You need that? Come see me at Definite Barber. And when we done and you look in the mirror, you gonna be like, sheesh.
What's good? We back.
Yeah.
What's up? We got Ruckus in the building.
What's good? What's good?
We here. We still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
So, Ruckus, is there something about the music industry you don't like?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't at least say, hey, we could all work together. We could be in the studio together. We could do this and that. And I think the business and the creative side of things should just be separate. You know, I know it's hard to
I
say
know,
that
it is.
because a lot of it is like about money and a lot of it does revolve around, you know, hey, I want to be on this person's good side, or I want to, you know, get this endorsement or whatever. But
Yep.
I think just speaking your truth more than anything, I think is like the breakthrough for that. And I see a lot of people kind of like, oh, I don't like this person, but I'm gonna work with them anyways because, you know, they're big right now, they're making money.
And the bag is right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like perfect example.
There's a lot of that.
Drake and Kanye had made up for a little bit, and they did that Larry Hoover concert together, and like they
Yeah.
immediately were like enemies again. They were like offs again, and
Damn.
I just I never really even believed it in the first place. I mean it was optics, and you know I'm not saying that neither one of them were, you know, looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to take advantage of this person. I think they were both looking at it that way, but when you start trying to like put the business side of things over the morals and the ethics side of things, and that's when things start to get messy and you start getting backstabbed. You start having beef with random people you didn't even know you were beefing with.
Kendrick.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
And I
Murder.
think at least with Kendrick, he wasn't afraid to just put it out there. You know, like, oh, I actually don't fuck with you. Like, I actually think you're this, and I think you're a certified lover boy, certified. You know,
Yeah.
that all that good stuff. Whack. Yeah. So ultimately, like, the real will always prevail.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we all know that the music industry, at least in the mainstream, is a lot of it is not. It's not meant
Real.
to be real. It's meant to be just profitable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what do you think about what was the last question you wanted to ask, JP?
Oh, what you got going on? What's next?
So, aside from the 7 p.m. in Queens track that we got dropping, I also got
Hey, you just dropped some, right?
So I just dropped a freestyle. So it's on my Instagram, it's on my YouTube, it's on my TikTok. It's called Clouded Thoughts Freestyle. Shout out Lil Tecca. I rapped over the Dark Thoughts beat, and I just thought it kind of fit the, 2000s kind of Neptune's Pharrell aesthetic that I was really going for. And I mean, a lot of people are fucking with it. Hopefully y'all fucking with it too. Besides that, got a music video with these guys dropping
Coming
very soon.
Yep.
Track
Couple
dropping
days after
very
this.
soon. And we probably got a collab or two in the works as well. Got a track with my boy Symbolic dropping pretty soon, sometime next month.
Nice.
And I got an R&B track with a female that I'm dropping as well. I won't say who just yet because I don't know the exact release date, but it'll be out very soon.
R&B.
Yes, sir. I'm not singing on it, but
Okay, I was-
yeah, I'm not.
Ruckus on
Yeah, my voice,
vocals.
my voice isn't that. I don't know, but like it's really just something that sounded really, really dope to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminded me of like some Ashanti,
Oh,
kind of like.
Fabulous.
what I would do without my baby?
Yeah, even like some like if you want to go modern day like Kalani type vibes.
Okay.
I was rocking with it. I was like, yo,
Can you say who the artist is?
I want to do something for the ladies. Shout out Lonnie Westside.
Okay.
Shout out Lonnie Westside. She's dope.
Okay.
And I know that, you know, we talked about it, you know, like, oh, when is this gonna drop? You know, we haven't had like a solid release date planned out, but
Nah.
I am looking forward to it either way. It's gonna be
Nice.
dope. And
Nice.
the ladies, I know the ladies gonna love it.
Okay.
That's definitely what I'm going for.
All right. And at this moment, you want to give out your Insta, all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you, Ruckus?
Yes, sir. So you can find me on Instagram. That's FVCKRUCKUS. Fuck Ruckus. So from there, you can find my music on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that. You can just find my whole discography and just dig through it. I promise you're gonna find something you like.
Oh, definitely. And we
100%.
definitely working for sure.
Yes.
For sure. I think
Yes.
we this definitely certifies that we we'll be working together.
Absolutely.
We got more
Like,
records, more
trust
things.
me, if they see what we was working on today, they're not ready, bro. Like, we gonna make sure they ready.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna hit them with something different.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Some some new and something old.
Exactly. The Ruckus way.
Exactly.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 4, Season 2, Music Factory 818. Love y'all. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama, your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your cousin. Share it around. Show some love. Follow us. Love y'all.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.